Мамасы, мамаса, мама-мама-мама-макуса. Я приветствую тебя, брат и сестра, словами мира, словами хип-хопа. Ты подключился к Studio 21. Мы приносим хип-хоп культуру к твоему очагу. И сегодня у меня в гостях прямиком from England, Manchester, IAMDDB. Как дела?
Okay, so what did you just say? How am I?
You speak Russian?
I don't, but I feel the vibes.
That was good, that was good. Yeah, как дела is how are you in Russian?
I'm very well. How do I say I'm very well?
Супер.
Super.
Как тебя зовут?
Как тебя зовут?
That's what's your name.
Okay, IAMDDB.
Супер, это IMDb на Studio 21, и мы тут учим немного русского языка. Is this your first time in Russia?
Yes, it is. Big up for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
What have you heard about Russia like?
You guys drink a lot of vodka.
The
men are here to play no games.
So
they are very serious. And that's probably as much as my knowledge of Russia goes, to be honest with you.
Я спросил у мисс, что она знает о России. Она сказала, что в России пьют много водки. Классика. И сказала кое-что интересное, будто бы мужчины, русские мужчины известны тем, что они сразу же идут к делу. Who told you that thing about the Russian man?
I just picked that up from films and like their body language and like they're very serious.
Whoa.
The facial expressions are not very animated. Even coming through the airport, I was like, damn bitch, okay. I don't want no problems. Listen, I come here in peace. But no, yeah. Hopefully they'll show me different.
What movies you like? You've watched a couple of Russian movies or something like that?
Let me think. Not specifically Russian, but maybe set in Moscow. So what's the one where the girl keeps getting kidnapped?
The kid gets kidnapped?
No. The daughter's always getting kidnapped, and the Taken. I feel like Taken had Russian energy in it.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Yes, I feel like he's
like a Russian.
Yeah, I just get Russian energy from him. So I'm like,
братья, это IMDDB, и она говорит, что русские мужчины похожи на Джейсона Стэтхэма. Это, наверное, самый горячий комплимент, который я слышал за долгое время. Alright, let's give the people a bit of an introduction. You, Diane.
So my government name, is Diana De Brito. I'm 23 from Manchester, UK. I've been doing music all my life, really, but IAMDDB was established and created end of 2016. My genre of music comes from urban jazz. So as a little girl, I grew up listening to Afro soul, Afro jazz, a lot of African music, jazz music. But now I'm a little trap baby, just for the season. But yeah, man, we've got to provide the vibes, and yeah, I just hope people are in sync and open to the sound that we bring in.
Я попросил ее немного биографии. Она говорит, что ей 23 года, и ее зовут Диана по паспорту. Она из Манчестера, всю жизнь занималась музыкой и выросла, you said, афро-соул. Выросла на афро-соуле, на африканских джойнтах. Но сейчас она называет себя трэп-девчонкой. Okay, let's talk about... how close do you consider yourselves with hip-hop in general?
I definitely appreciate the genre of hip-hop. I appreciate where it originates from. The artists, the old school artists, I feel like I can relate to more than what currently is classed as hip-hop. I can appreciate old school music more than this wish-washy. And that's not me throwing shots at anyone. I'm just being very like honest with my personal taste. People like Mos Def, people like Biggie, people like Tupac, they resonate with my frequency more than some of the mainstream artists at the moment in hip-hop.
Some of them?
Yeah.
What are the names?
I'd rather not drop no names. I don't want no smoke. But no, yeah, that's just how I feel. I prefer lyricism and an artist that takes pride in carrying a message rather than someone that's just jumped into the music industry just to make money or just to be famous or just to be in the limelight. Does that make sense?
Of course. Я спросил у мисс, насколько она считает себя близкой к хип-хоп-культуре, и она сказала, что в целом ей нравится больше old school, ребята по типу Пака, по типу Mos Def и you said Biggie, yeah? И по типу Biggie, и в целом она любит тех MC, которые стараются передать какой-то смысл, нежели зайти в эту игру, чтобы поднять денег и быстро уйти. Yo, we're gonna have like a short break, and you asked me to play Fela Kuti.
Fela Kuti.
What about Fela Kuti? What do you appreciate the most?
His honesty, the message that he conveyed, and most importantly, the vibration that he was giving to the people that needed it the most. His thing was always raise the vibration, equality, like put black people on the pedestal that they should be on rather than try and break them down. So I'm all for that. Fela Kuti, what's no enemy coming at, bitch?
Я вот IAMDDB сделаем небольшую паузу, а пока что послушаем Fela Kuti. И она попросила меня поставить Fela Kuti. Я не могу же отказать девушке, правильно? Утро доброе, дорогие радиослушатели, слушатели дорогого радио. Это Studio 21, Сэмом микрофона. И сегодня у меня в гостях IAMDDB. Привет. Hi.
Oh, what, how to say that again?
Привет.
Привет.
Your Russian is good.
Привет, Moscow.
Your Russian is good. What about доброе утро?
Доброе утро.
Come on.
Listen, don't ever question DDB though.
No, let me give you something hard. Здравствуйте.
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 И те.
Yes. Это IAMDDB, и она говорит, and she speaks Russian.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your music. You're basically mixing soul, R&B, and Afro vibes. Is that right?
I'd say so.
And how would you describe your music from your point of view?
I feel like perfect way to describe it is urban jazz. I bring jazz influences into trap, into neo soul, into, let's say, slightly commercial sounds. Like an example would be Mira Mira with Diplo. That was kind of Afro-y on a commercial type sound, if that makes sense.
Where does that desire comes from?
Where does
this desire come to mix jazz?
Because I feel like for me, jazz is the genre where you can express yourself the most, and it has no structure. And for me, that's my favorite thing. My favorite two things. I love expressing myself, and I don't necessarily like to stick to structure. So yeah, it just allows me to be free.
Я спросил у IAMDDB, как она сама описывает свою музыку, и она сказала, что в целом она смешивает джаз с новыми течениями музыки, будь то трэп, будь то рэп и так далее и тому подобное. И потом я спросил, почему, откуда это желание смешивать джаз с новым звуком. И она сказала, что у джаза есть две вещи. Во-первых, он максимально позволяет тебе раскрыть себя. И во-вторых, в джазе нет структур, нет ограничений. Okay, let's imagine that the person who is listening to this right now, he has never heard your music before. What track would you advise to start with?
I would start with IAMDDB Child's Play. Then I'd move on to Pause. Then I'd do Drippy, XOX, and Urban Jazz. I feel like that mix is a good representation of the different genres DDB can do. And it also depends on the listener. Like if they prefer trap, I would go to volume 3. If they prefer laid back vibes, volume 1. So like there's a project to suit a certain mood and a certain person as well.
And let me ask you about your name. What's IAMDDB?
IAMDDB. My name is Diana De Brito. So it's my initials with I am. And I just thought, I am is such a powerful thing that everybody says. So if I can embrace being myself, then hopefully I can motivate people to be themselves as well. So I am whoever they are.
Я спросил у мисс, что значит ее псевдоним, и она сказала, что буквально оно переводится как «Я есть DBB». То есть ее имя и фамилия. И в этом слове «я есть» есть очень много сил, и она хочет мотивировать других людей. How would you describe yourself as a personality?
I'm an extrovert but introvert. I'm confident and shy. I think I'm warm, and I'm honest, and I'm quite chilled. Like when it's time to be lit, I'm lit, but most of the time I'm just chilling with my books.
Give me the greatest trait, the one trait that makes IAMDDB.
I think the ability to be relatable.
Explain.
So it doesn't matter what background you're from, what you do, what race you are. I feel like the message that I convey is relatable to everybody in whatever aspect of their life, be it personal, work, business. Like I feel like everybody can relate to something that I represent.
Is it the music or the lyrics?
The music, lyrics, the stage presence, the talking on stage in between, the interaction between artist and fan, artist and audience. I feel like it's a mixture of things.
Mm-hmm. Я спросил у нее, что одно главное качество, которое описывает IAMDDB, и она сказала, что это качество, как это перевести на русский, это то качество, что кем бы ты ни был, откуда бы ты ни был, какой бы у тебя ни был бэкграунд, ты сможешь с ней сопрягаться, и это самая большая сила ее личности, будь то в музыке, будь то в словах, будь то ее сценический performance. Okay, the next song I want to put up is Urban-Jazz. Mm-hmm. What story can you give us about this track?
Urban-Jazz is just free flow. It describes me as a energy, like I just flow, I go with it. It talks about the things that I like to do. It talks about being in your own energy and just being content with being. I feel like
being content with being
I feel like everybody's so caught up chasing things and trying to be something and represent something they're not, and then Urban-Jazz just comes through and just lets you know, like, light your spliff and just relax, it's okay.
Сделал небольшую паузу, я поставлю трек IAMDDB, который называется Urban-Jazz, и главная характеристика от или из уст самого исполнителя, так это то, что эта композиция подчеркивает силу или уникальность просто быть, просто существовать, просто жить. IAMDDB на Studio 21.
Right now, I got a stun on every...
Здравствуй, Россия. Это Studio 21, Сэм у микрофона, и сегодня у меня в гостях IAMDDB, и мы сегодня чуть-чуть подучили русские слова, потому что IAMDDB говорит на хорошем русском. Is that right?
I don't know what you just said.
I'm saying you have a nice Russian language.
Oh, okay.
Would you consider to make a track in Russian?
I wouldn't mind.
What would it be about?
Vodka? No, joke. I'm joking. Just good vibes, you know, good vibes, raising vibrations, making people think more.
What energy have you got from Russia? Like, you're here about a couple of hours, yeah? You've been on the streets, you've seen the people.
I've not had many personal interactions with anybody as of yet, but I feel like the people are quite reserved, and everybody's just minding their business. Nobody's really making a spectacle of themselves.
So the song will be about minding your business, I guess?
True.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Funny.
Yeah. What track or what song like summons hip hop for you in general? Do you have like when you're thinking about hip hop, do you have a track that you always refer to?
Not necessarily. I have a mixture of songs that I appreciate. Like Most Def, Umi Says, I think it's called. I've recently started listening to KSR. Some of that old school shit is fire. But there's no one particular song that I go to for hip hop. To be honest, I listen more to jazz and to Bob Marley than anything else.
Я спросил у IAMDDB, во-первых, если бы она стала делать музыку на русском, она сказала, да, вполне возможно, а во-вторых, я спросил у нее, о чем могла бы быть эта песня, и она сказала любопытную мысль, мол, люди в России не стараются выпендриваться, люди в России просто занимаются своими делами. Окей, what track or what song would you put on when you're in a bad mood?
Wow. Probably EXO Tour Live, Lil Uzi. All my friends are dead. Wish me period.
Oh.
That one would just make me rage.
But that would like only increase the bad mood, huh?
Oh yeah, but sometimes you have to just swim in that emotion to get over it. Not every day, just nonchalant, like sometimes face your emotions and then you can move on.
What song would you play like if you were in love?
Oh, Miles Davis, Blue and Green. That one there. Whew. There's some baby making music.
Я спросил у IAMDDB, какую песню она бы включила, если бы она прямо сейчас была бы влюблена, и она сказала Miles Davis,
Blue and Green.
Blue and Green.
How'd you say blue and green in Russian?
Blue – синий,
Синий,
green – зеленый.
зеленый.
Your Russian is like, no cap, your Russian is the way you pronounce words. Because
Lit.
people will be here like, синий, and you, синий,
Синий,
зеленый.
зеленый.
Вы это слышите? IAMDDB, переезжай в Россию. Okay, let's continue the music talk. What song do you put on like before going on stage? Do you have this like motivational song that you put on before coming on stage?
I wouldn't say it's a song, but I like to listen to affirmations before I go on. I feel like for my mindset and my energy, it just puts me in the correct place. So affirmations that athletes and, you know, people of profession would listen to before going to match or before going to war, whatever you want to call it. That to me is more powerful than music, because sometimes with music, I may not be trying to catch the person's emotion that they're carrying through the music, but with affirmations, no matter which one I listen to, it's always empowering me to just be the best that I can be.
Do you consider yourself a religious person?
No, but I'm spiritual though.
What's the difference?
I feel like religious people, they just focus too much on this is right, this is wrong, whereas spirituality is more of a feeling. In short.
But among all the deities, among all the gods and the religious ideas, do you have an idea that's closer to you? Are you like, okay, this idea might be something good for me?
I feel like I definitely believe in a higher power that governs everything. I definitely believe people know the difference between good and evil. But in saying that, we all have both elements within us. It's what you choose to pay the most attention to, what you choose to enhance within yourself is what will manifest into your life.
Amen. Я спросил у IAMDDB, если, во-первых, религиозный ли она человек. Она сказала, нет, я не религиозный, я духовный человек. И затем я спросил, есть ли какое-то религиозное течение или мысль, которым она чувствует себя ближе всего. И она сказала, что, во-первых, да, она верит в то, что есть некий разум или некое высшее существо, и она верит в то, что есть разделение между добром и между злом. Are there any personalities or people that inspire you beside music? Or, beside music?
Oprah Winfrey, she's lit. I love everything she does, from helping young girls achieve education to like helping people overcome problems. Her personality on TV, like she is amazing. I also think Eckhart Tolle, I think he's called. He's wrote a book called The Power of Now and a couple others, and he's really into his meditation, consciousness. So I really appreciate the message that he conveys. Who else?
Are you a fan of this now modern idea of women empowerment?
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like it's about empowering everybody at the end of the day. Like, it's not just about women. It's like raising everybody's vibration and raising everybody's knowledge of themselves before we judge one another. That makes sense. But the whole female empowerment thing comes from women just settling for less than they deserve. And for me, it's like, this world is mainly dominated by men, but without women, y'all wouldn't be here.
Amen.
So, you know, put some respect on the woman's name, but at the same time, a woman needs to be aware of her power to understand how to conduct herself.
Я спросил у мисс, насколько она является фанатом ныне модного движения усиления женщин, феминизм и так далее и тому подобное. И она сказала, что в целом она верит в то, что это движение должно касаться всех. Мы должны давать силу всем. Но в то же время женщина должна понимать свою силу, и только тогда она сможет наилучшим образом себя проявить. Okay. And like one of my last questions. Do you have a spiritual animal or like your favorite animal? I don't know.
I don't think I have a spiritual animal, but the raven bird seems to follow me around everywhere I go.
Why is that?
I don't know. And some people might see that as bad luck, but for me, I see it as spiritual guidance and spiritual growth. So anytime I see one, I'm like, hey, angel, what's good? I see you, I hear you. And like, with this whole spirituality thing, I feel like my angels really have my back. Like, anytime I look at the time will always be like 12:12, 13:13, 22:22. It's strange, but maybe I'm just in sync. So yeah.
Do you put anything in there, or you just like you see the time, or you see the raven and just alright? Or do you put anything into what you see in that plan?
It depends on the circumstance and the situation that I'm in at the time, and also the thought process that I'm trying to decode. But yeah.
Okay, then my last question, IAMDDB, what's the general purpose behind your art? Like you said previously that you like MCs and rappers that try to convey an idea, and I want to bring that question to you.
I feel like my message overall is to be content with the person that you are, to be kind to yourself, like allow yourself to experience things, but don't be arrogant with your approach to things, and don't be naive, because if you know fire burns, you're not going to put your hand in the fire. But at the same time, you might sit around the fire just to get a little bit warm, you know. And I feel like for women especially that listen to my music, sometimes it's important for a woman to feel like a bad bitch. And I'm not talking about being a bad bitch on a stripper pole. No, I'm being like having self-confidence, self-love, like investing into yourself, educating yourself, and really taking the time to learn about your own behavioral patterns, learn about what you want to manifest for yourself.
Я спросил у IAMDDB, есть ли какой-то месседж или идея, которую она хочет сообщить через свою музыку, через свое искусство. И она сказала, что, во-первых, be content with who you are. Будь доволен тем, кто ты есть, но в то же время иногда девочка может быть и плохой девочкой, а в другое время и хорошей. Изучай себя. What do you want to say to your Russian fans?
Be open to new sounds, because it might teach you something. It might change your mindset. And if you're around tonight, come to the Adidas event and you'll see your girl perform live. And yeah, peace and love to all.
Это была IAMDDB, и она говорит, будь открыта к самому себе, и вполне возможно, ты захочешь сегодня прийти на ее выступление adidas и увидишь ее в полной красе. So the last song you asked me to put on is Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. What's about that song?
You know what, to be honest with you, I just love every Bob Marley song, period. But again, for me, it's the message that he conveys. He's so gentle with the message. He is always looking to raise the vibration, and I feel like that's an element that we've lost along the way with music and the messaging behind certain songs. So yeah, man, Three Little Birds, have you zen?
Яу. Последняя песня, которую я закину, это Three Little Birds от мистера Боб Марли. И IAMDDB считает, что этот человек в первую очередь старался поднять какой-то вайб, поднять какое-то настроение. И она считает, что вот этот аспект музыки потерян в современной музыке. Это был Studio 21, в гостях была IAMDDB, и я хочу сказать тебе, если ты думаешь, что я столько всего пропустил из того, что она сказала, подключайся к нашему YouTube-каналу, и очень скоро там будет полная запись с переводом. The last Russian word. Пока.
Пока.
That's goodbye.
Пока.
Пока-пока. Пока-пока. Пока-пока.